Welcome. My name is Mark Anthony DuBose Jr. and I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in to try to figure out some more about your dog. Something I want to talk about today, I was talking about exercise, and I'll post that video tomorrow, but something I want to just put out today, just to try to get someone to think a little bit. One thing that I realize I haven't been doing in a while, it's not exercise, I've been walking too much. One thing that I haven't been doing is just hanging out with my dogs by themselves. It's something that I usually do, but I don't know why I haven't been for a while, because I've just been trying to get my other dog to be as good as him, and I'm like, fast track, let's go, 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 go. As opposed to just sometimes just getting out and enjoying the world. And sometimes just getting out and enjoying the world with that one dog that is better is kind of just can just make you, I don't know, feel better in the day. So I just want to make a real quick, short little video today of just take one dog out. I know you got 4 or 5, I get you. I got 4 or 5. But just take one out sometimes and just hang out with them. Just be with them. Allow them to just be with you. Just have that one-on-one time. Because at the end of the day, we may think that our dogs like each other, but they most cases just deal with each other. So let's just hang out with one, and just so that the dog can really just really come to appreciate you, and really understand you, and really just get closer and closer to you without feeling the need of, for one, even any sort of competition. Let's just be able to hang out and be able to go. But something that I know about when I just walk this dog by himself, he's a much different dog, a much different dog. He's so much more chill. He's much more relaxed. He's much calm. He just hangs out, and he just really appreciates being able to just I guess you could say, be by himself and hang out with me. He just turns into a completely different type of dog, and I want him to be able to have that experience and not just feel like he's always, for one, trying to teach another dog, or feel like he has to do anything extra, but just hang out and be in this world and just be able to enjoy a walk and have a good time. It's something that I just recommend, because I do it at home with my dogs. I spend a lot of one-on-one time, but I haven't been doing that out going places. And I'm just realizing that I really need to do that today, because this dog here is just really starting to open up again. He got a little in his, I guess I'm gonna say, a little in his feelings of just go, push, do, and just a little much. Where just him hanging out with me, he gets to be able to just chill, no expectations. He can hang out, no worrying about what the other dog's gonna do. He could just focus on himself, and just me. And it's something that is an absolutely amazing for me to just sit here and watch today. This past week that I've been taking my dogs out individually and just seeing the differences of how they're acting. And then when I put them back together and just seeing how they are, that they're just like, oh, okay, cool. Let's hang out. There's no competition going on. It's like they got all the time out that they wanted hanging out with me. And we're good to go at this moment. That there's no reason to try to have to fight for attention. That they got it. We got it all figured out. Like today we're going for our couple-hour walk, and we're just hanging out. It's just me and him. And he's just like, hey, what's going on? And my Dalmatian yesterday, we went for a walk ourselves, and she's just something neat about it. And I just recommend more people to just kind of spend some one-on-one time with your dogs, and just appreciate your dog for the dog that it is, and just I don't know how to say this other than just relax and just hang out with the dog and try to have the best time that you can. And I know sometimes there's some chaotic things going on out here. We're always worried about that next thing to be able to get our dogs to be better. But in reality, the number one way to be able to get your dog to be better is to just get up and do stuff with them and make them feel like they're seen and they're heard. And then we're going to be able to get into a place that things are going to be much better in the long run. The short term right here, right now, things might look like chaos, but we just keep on doing what we're doing. We're going to end up in a place that things are going to be much more smooth sailing. If you just get away from trying to do too much of nothingness and not enough of nothingness. And it's something that I want to continue to keep on talking about, with the path and the progressions of me working with my own dogs and realizing that I don't need to correct my dogs anymore. I don't need to yell at my dogs anymore. I don't need to even discipline my dogs anymore. I don't need to throw treats at my dog to get my dog to want to hang out and come with me. All I need to do is just get my dog out here and just get him walking. And my dog is willing to listen to 99% of what I say. I got that 1% in there that he's just like, no, I want to go in the water right now. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Let's just go do that. And I don't care. But I'm not worried about my dogs chasing deer and doing anything wild and going crazy. I just want them to just be able to hang out, be able to relax. Because even I'm getting very secure with my Dalmatian at this point of being able to walk her without worried about her chasing deer or doing any of that. Because now I can just simply say, hey. And she's like, oh, okay, well, we're not doing that. That's what I want to be able to have with my dogs, and I want to be able to try to explain to more and more people how to be able to get with your dogs and get out of the craziness of feeling like you're always having to keep on. The word correction is punishment. The word punishment, if it's used incorrectly and too much, that's considered abuse at that moment. And I just want us to really figure out how to be able to get away from that and get into a level of just mutual respect and being able to understand that we can have a balance back and forth with these dogs, that we don't need to be fighting with them. We don't need to be battling. We don't need to be controlling them too much. I am controlling how some. He can't just take off and go wherever he wants right now. But at the same time, it's up to his choice at this moment today to say, does he want to stay close to me or not? And he pretty much every day just makes that decision of, hey, dude, I'll stay with you. You bring me where I want to go. You feed me when I want to feed. You let me run how I want to run. You let me chase when I feel like chasing. And so he's just like, I'll listen to you. And that's just what's gotten me to be able to get into a place of understanding dogs in a way of just listening to them and giving them their needs and providing them with what they need and giving them that outlet that they need. These very hardcore, high athletic, big time moving, wild, savage looking crazy dogs, and just give them something to be able to do. And then they just calm down. Because this primarily is what my dog looks like just all the time. He's pretty chill today. Definitely wasn't this when I first got him. It was very exciting. This is a very exciting dog. And I really like me a really nice, big time energy dog. But it's one thing that I do know is the way to be able to calm them down is not by giving them corrections and not by giving them treats, is by just doing stuff with them. And that's able to give you that dog that, I'm telling you, you'll be very, very satisfied with seeing a dog that you just give a good amount of exercise to, that dog sees as being satisfying. And you'll be able to watch that dog just transform. It's just going to transform. I'm going to have to stay on this exercise stuff for a little while because the video tomorrow will explain more. Thank you. Hey, Kahi. You looking good. He's starting to become a real nice dog now. I used to use too much pressure on him to get him to do every little thing. He would walk too fast, too far. I'd hit him a stem on that e-collar. He did it too many times. I'd put him back on that leash, and I'm just going to use the language it is. I'll just yank this dude right back to me and tell him, you better stay with me. And I noticed day by day, things were just getting worse and worse and worse to the point that e-collar, I was using those, the e-collar technologies, and I was having to push that collar at 100, and he would just take it. And then he would come back for half a second, but then he would go back and just challenge it again. And then he got smart. The collars only work so far. And he was able to get away from it. And he was able to just, like, especially here, those collars are only good for a distance in a clear range. So he learned out here that if he ran into the trees and ran away, that the collar doesn't work anymore. So then he would just do that. And I was at an absolute lost cause of what the heck's going on here, because this dog is, what I was thinking at that time, disrespected me, but I was disrespecting him. And once I let all that go, I have zero cares, zero worries. I don't worry about this dog anymore. Or there was a day that I did, because that's why I had that said e-collar on, because it was always like that one little bit that he might just this, he might that. But at this point today, based on me being able to give him what he needs, let him run more, let him chase more, let him search more, let him do more. He does everything that I'm looking for, and I don't need to control any more of him. And he's just an absolutely amazing dog to be around. Once I got away from the crazy pressure, man, the crazy pressure. And crazy pressure to me is not crazy pressure compared to what I've seen other people doing with their dogs all the time. So that's what makes me think, like, the longevity. I want my dog to be good for until the day it passes away, not just this year, not because I got an event this weekend, but I want it to always just keep getting better and better. And the thing that I've been able to get that, say, success with is by just, for one, calming down, relaxing, stop getting hostile, stop getting frustrated, and just look at the animal and say, if you're frustrating me, then I must be frustrating you. So what are we doing here? What's going on? And then we're able to just be able to start to get in tune with each other. We got in tune with each other by me listening to what he needs. And what he was saying, for one, he's nervous of other dogs and he's nervous of other people. And he didn't want to meet people and meet dogs. So I was like, okay, we could not do that. He was nervous of being too close to dogs. So I was like, okay, we could do that. And then once I was able to show him that I see what's going on with you, Kahi, I see what's going on with you, then he started to pay more close attention to me. That's why today I can walk him around, any dog, any person, anyone, anywhere, and he's totally fine because he's gotten to the point that he's just like, oh, okay, you're listening to me, so I'll listen to you now. And that's all that we should be focusing our time on with the dogs, is trying to figure out what's going on with them. And once we figure that out, then we're going to be able to get that dog to be able to finally listen to us. It doesn't work the other way around. We get them what they need, and then they'll start to give us what we need.